Gnarly Wolfman 88. Your last game will be the Ghosts of Christmas. In this game we'll be playing with 3 spirits, and you must review them or your channel may suffer. Oh no, we better check out this game that he's talking about. The Ghosts of Christmas. For our last final game of this 2023 of our 12 Days of Christmas, we will be reviewing this, and hopefully these spirits will not bother us no more. Let's check it out. So here's the basic setup for a 3-player game. In this base game we'll be only playing with the Ghost of Christmas Past, Present, and Future. We will not be playing with the Ghost of Beyond and the Ghost board. We could play with it, but to keep the game simpler, we're just going to keep it with only these 3. I've only played it with the 3, but the 4th one I really don't think it's going to make it too much harder. It will add a little more complexity on how you want to do your bidding and how you want to get it all play out to ensure that you win tricks you need to play this game. So as you can see, we have the starting player hat. The starting player hat, they suggest giving it to a random player. As you can see, these dials are set face down. Once you start playing cards on each character, that will change. But for now, start the game or each round, you will be keeping these face down. Make sure when you go to assemble these pieces that you don't do what I did and just assemble a random back to each one, because as you can see, it makes it easier to keep track of which character it is when you go to flip it. So remember, just keep that in mind. It's not impossible to take them apart once you do, but once you get them in, they are pretty snug. As you can see, there's also these bidding doors. We'll get into those in a little bit. Here's your scoring board. It's cubes to keep track of which player's score is which. And these are what you'll be rewarded after each trick you take. So they recommend do not do bidding on the first time playing. I feel bidding adds an extra level of fun to the game. It is a shame that if you fail to get your tricks, you will not score. So that's a little upsetting, because if someone scores at all or a couple times, it basically might win the game. If you miss one round of scoring or multiple rounds of scoring, maybe you can always change the rules if you need to a way that will allow you to either score or change the rules in a way that you lose points for not scoring. So what we're going to start with is we're going to shuffle the deck. Whatever way you feel is best to shuffle. Obviously, the better shuffled or mixed the deck is, the funner it's going to be. After that, we're going to deal 12 cards to each player. You're going to look at your hand. Of course, don't show your opponent. Remember that the heart ones are the trump cards. So no matter what suit's being led, the trump card will trump it, or in other words, override the high card of whatever suit it's being played. But keep in mind that when someone plays a card in, either the past, present, or future, as soon as one of those played, down on one of those, you'll switch the dial to whatever suit is being led in there. So whoever puts down there first sets the suit to what you have to play on. And as long as you have that suit, let's say for example the blue, you would have to play blue on pass because that's the suit being led. So even though you have a lot of trump, you have to follow suit unless you're out of that suit. So keep that in mind when you go to bid. So I may have like 4 trump, which I'm going to have to play somewhere in these 4 rounds we have to play. But you also have to keep in mind that the high cards you do have for the other suits. So if you're forced to play your yellows right off the bat, then it'll make a difference on what's being led. So when you determine how many suits you think you're going to win, and that means for all 4 sets you'll be playing for the first round. So look at your hand, and as I said, hearts are trump, and highest card always wins a suit. So try to determine how many victories you're going to have, and since there's 12 cards, there are going to be 12 times someone can win. So if you think you got an awesome high cards hand, you can go up to 12 if you think you're going to win 12, or anywhere from 0 to 12. But remember, there's only going to be 12 reefs you're going to be scoring with, so you don't want to bid all 12 and other people are bidding anything. Let's say all they would have to take is one trick. If you bid 12 and you get 0 points, because the scoring is you get points only if you get the exact amount, or if you're playing with the red reef with that little bit of buffer we're going to be talking about. So make sure, think really hard to how many tricks you're going to win. So as I said, I got 4 trump, and a few high cards, do I really think people are going to let me get a certain number of tricks? So think hard, but don't take all day, because we will be playing 36 tricks altogether in one game since we're playing 3-player. So you only get 3 chances to score in this game since it's 3 players. So don't overshoot it, but don't also cut yourself short either. And because again, you have to hit exact amount once you play with that buffer. So you're going to be placing doors, as I said, down for each trick you think you're going to take. As you can see for this example, first player, the one that went with 4 doors. If they do win 4 tricks in those 12 times someone can win, then if they get all of them, all the wreaths on their doors, that means they'll be scoring 8 points because it's 2 points per door. But if, for example, this player gets all 4 of their doors, since they played a red door, they're only going to get 1 point per door. So this player's only going to get 4 points. So if they don't get that red door because it's an optional one, they'll still get 1 point per door that they got, 3. The only penalty they're getting is they're only getting 1 point per door. So when it comes to the fourth player, they could play it safe and try to go with 4 because there's only 12 tricks. So if everyone gets what they think they're going to get, then this person will get 8 points, the first player will get 8 points, and this person's only going to get somewhere between 3 and 4. So sometimes it's really nice to go last when it comes to bidding. The fact that being last gives them an advantage because you have an idea what you have in your hand plus what everyone's going for, and people generally like to try to score something than nothing, so they're going to do whatever they can to ensure that they get their points. Now, you don't have to bid safe. You could bid higher or lower, and that will of course force someone, could even be yourself, to get 0 points that round. So just keep that in mind. And don't always play it safe, but playing it safe may mean you're going to be set in a certain number of points when everyone else is getting what they want. So keep that in mind. And everyone has their own strategy, so don't always have to play whatever way I suggest. But remember, there are options out there. Since I only want 4 tricks, I think I'll start with getting rid of some of my high cards. We're going to start with green, 12, and I'm going to lead it in the past. You don't have to start on the past, but we're going to do that just to get rid of my 12. Now we're going to change it out for past to green, because that's what I'm leading by. So if when other people want to play on their past, they're going to have to start with a green card if they have any. So since this is a starting player, we're going to start with present, and he has a 12. This player has a 7. This player has a 4. So 12 is the highest. So he will score. So we're going to put a wreath on there and remove the cards. When the last trick, he's still going to be the first player. So we're going to start with his 5, blue. So the leading suit is blue. This one has a 12, and this one has an 8. So 12 is the highest of the suit. So he will get a wreath and the starting player hat, and he will now be the leading one for the next scoring. So since it is hearts for the future, that means trump, the heart one, will be leading suit. And as you can see, this player right in front of me is the one that has the highest number. So that player will score a wreath, and they will also get the starting hat. And so the next one we'll be playing, he will start again because he has a starting hat. You want to reset the dials back to starting position, and we'll continue. We're going to leave the doors as they are until we're done playing all 12 cards from my hand. We're going to continue with the 9 remaining cards, and then we'll see if the number of tricks we thought we were going to take. So the starting player led with 10 of hearts. So we're going to set this to hearts, just like we normally do. And now it'll be this player's turn to play a card. This player does not have any of that suit, so he's going to play off a suit of a different color. So again, we're going to do scoring. Starting with the first player, 10 of hearts is the leading number. So that means this player will score another wreath. As you can see, this person is scoring a little faster probably than they want to, but that's just based on their playing. So again, they got starting hat again. Hearts is the trump again, and that's what's being led. So again, they will score another wreath. Now they have to be careful. If they score any more, this player will not get any points at the end of this round. So blue is being what's led from them. As you can see, second player is the winner, so they'll get another wreath, and they'll get starting hat, so they'll be starting the next cards they play out of the hand. This game, and this one, we're going to be starting with the second player, which start with yellow. So yellow is the led hand. Each player played yellow, so 12 is the highest, so they'll keep the hat, and they will score another wreath. So with starting hat, they are now the leading person again, so they start with green. There's no trump played, so again, they will score. And so since they're the leading person, blue is the light color. This person played trump because they didn't have any blue, so now they are leading with 11 trump, so they will get the hat. They will get their first wreath and start the next set. Now I was saying stand right now, they need to win the next 3 tricks. Either that, or no one will be scoring. Alright, as you can see, we are down to the final one. Start with the first player. It is yellow, 10. They have the highest card. So again, they will be scoring with another reef. So they are starting. We got a 9 green. 9 green's the highest. Again, they will be getting another reef. They look like they're off to a good start. But even though we played it safe, the problem is that the players didn't play in a way that would keep this player to win the last trick, because 6 is the lead yellow, but because this player played trump, trump beats all, they get another reef, causing this person to get nothing, this player to get nothing, and this person, because they played it safe and played the cards right, they will get a total of 4 points. So they'll take their respective color and put it on the 4. We'll keep playing like this. One hand per player, so three hands until we get our final score. Just because this person's leading doesn't mean they'll win the game. My final thoughts of this game is that I very much enjoy trick-taking games, and I like the concept of past, present, future, and you can also play beyond, and that adds a nice element to the game. My only beef with this game is that I don't like if you don't get exactly what you want, unless you're playing with the red doors, you get no points at all. And if you do play with the red door, you get half the amount of points as if you didn't play with them. I feel like there should be a better way to even that out, because all it takes is one time with player where they get their points, but with blue doors, why everyone else plays it safe and play with the red doors and they get it. Or one person scores and then the other 2 players don't, and then it's really hard sometimes to catch back up to them, because the cards are random, and when you play with like that, you're not guaranteed to be able to get enough points next hand you play or the hand after that if you're playing 3-player, and so it's hard to sometimes regain ground when you get no points at all. Now, OG Gnarly Wolfman 88, he was excited for the trick-taking game and enjoys it quite well. First time we played it, he won. He was able to score the first hand and was able to keep ahead the whole game, even though at one point I was sure I was going to actually regain my ground and win it, but I played my cards just slightly wrong, where I ended up taking an extra trick I didn't want because I played my trump cards at the wrong time or in the wrong way. I ended up with an extra trick, which is a shame because I knew I was going to win a lot of tricks. I just happened to win one more than I thought I was going to. But overall, it's a good game, especially if you're playing with people who love trick-taking games. I've seen someone else review this game where they actually have, instead of these cardboard cutouts for the grease and the hat, it actually comes with 3D wooden pieces. But no matter which version of this game you get, it's still a good game. If you want to change the rules on how you score to make it easier for players, or to make it a little more fun for the other players, or if you want to play it just the straight the way that it's designed to play, it's a good game. There's thought in it, despite the random cards you get. Thank you for checking out this game. Let us know what your thoughts on it. If you like trick-taking games, or if you played this one before. If you haven't checked out our other 12 games at Christmas, please check those out. You might find something else very interesting. I hope you had a Merry Christmas. Hopefully next year we'll have more games for you to check out besides just the 12 games at Christmas. Thank you, and have a Happy New Year.